Alright, so last week I went on vacation, and the first thing I did when I get back, well, I was go and see Guardians of the Galaxy, and I was not disappointed. Now, Guardians of the Galaxy is a movie a year ago I knew nothing about, and up till a couple months ago, I still really didn't know anything about. All I got from the trailers was that it was going to be a fun movie, and it didn't disappoint that. First off, I want to say that I can't compare this to other superhero movies from this year, because this really wasn't a superhero movie. Were these people heroes? Yes, but I wouldn't describe them as superheroes. It was much more of a space opera, Star Wars type movie. And it was a really good one, but it definitely had that Marvel flavor. So it was a Marvel movie, but I wouldn't say it was a superhero movie. Though if I did compare it to it, as of right now, it's right. It's right under Captain America. I think I like Captain America a little bit more, but this was a much funner movie and one that I could watch millions of times. Where Captain America, I can only watch millions of times. I mean, they're both great movies, but still really fun, action-packed movie. Now, this movie basically relies all on its characters, and all the characters are really good. I was very surprised that Drax worked out with Dave Bautista not being, a top-notch actor, but they definitely used his strengths here, and he delivers some of the funniest lines in the movie, and he's a really likable character, which I think he was going to be my least favorite going in, and I was surprised I actually enjoyed him. Rocket clearly steals the show. Bradley Cooper delivers some of the funniest lines. I can say that about all the characters. They give really funny lines, but Rocket's the one who's overall just the funniest, and if they did a movie just about Rocket, I would watch that. Groot worked out really well. I mean, he only says 3 words, but those 3 words are used differently that make it really, really different each time he says it. Chris Pratt as Star-Lord did a great job as being this kind of human, the audience, like the person you connect with the most, because he's human, you're human. He's taken out of the 80s, which the 80s are just awesome. Can I say that as being a 90s kid? Yes, the 80s were awesome, and all the references and stuff that he gets to make definitely leans itself to the audience, and he's a fun character that we can relate to more than the other characters, because the other characters are a talking tree, aliens, and a talking raccoon, so it makes it all relatable to yourself, and he does a great job. And then the Zoe Saldana's character, whose name I can't remember for some reason, starts with a G, Thanos' daughter. She gets some more serious moments than the other characters. So her character's kind of different from them, because she does give some funny lines, but the rest of them are more lighthearted. Hers is more serious, which, being a daughter of Thanos, you can understand. And for that, I feel like she was not the weakest character, but just the most different. I enjoyed her scenes not less, just differently, because they were more dramatic. But she was also a really good character. And the villains aren't that bad, but they're not that great either. They're much more important than the Dark Elves from Thor. I thought Ronan was a very acceptable character, but a lot of his backstory was kind of just told through exposition. I would have liked to maybe see some of that. And near the end, you start to understand this character more, but through most of the movie, he seems a lot more like Malorith, or however you pronounce that dude's name from Thor. But it works out good. Then I was really surprised that Karen Gillan's character, the girl from Doctor who also plays the Thanos daughter, her character kind of seems like she has like a kind of Boba Fett send-off, where it's like, alright, she's still alive, she can pop back up, and I think she has a cool backstory, though most of her backstory is through relation to her sister. You just assume that happened to her too. So that was a cool character that I don't think had enough attention, but in future movies I think it will work out. And all the side characters are really cool. The character I was most surprised with enjoying was Michael Rooker's Yandu. who I thought was only going to be in for a small part. And when I first saw him, it's kind of taken out because I'm a huge Walking Dead fan, and I was like, that's just a Merle with his arm back in blue. But as it went on, you really see that this character is really kind of a badass. He has this like little whistle arrow thing, and it'll be definitely interesting to see him pop back up later. And I was really surprised I liked his character. A lot of people say John C. Reilly took him out of the movie. I don't feel that way with him, and I think his character and a lot of the other Nova Corps, who they focus some time on, really helps establish this whole universe, the insight into the Collector and all this. We get more of a whole universe feel than we did in Thor, because in Thor it's more like an old world understanding of how the realms and stuff are, kind of like it was taking out of a kind of mythological understanding of it, where this is more of a sci-fi take on a whole universe, which I thought was a really good way to do it. And all the different aliens they introduce make this a very unique Marvel movie, as I said before. The only thing I'm disappointed with this movie is that we got to wait like 3 years till the next one, because really this is a franchise that, if it had nothing to do with the Marvel Cinematic Universe, it would still be a good franchise to be in, and I wish that we could spend more time in this universe. But hopefully these characters pop up in something like the Avengers Guardians crossover, or if Hulk pops up in Guardians 2, which is a rumor. It'd be really neat, but I would rather spend some more time just in this universe the way they're looking at it. Though it does tie back into that with a character like Thanos, who I wish I would have got more time with. Overall, I really love this movie. I wish it would have been longer, which it kind of shows how much I enjoyed this movie when I want a 2-hour movie to actually be longer. So that's a negative. That wasn't long enough. Why didn't you give me 2.5 hours here? I really enjoy these characters. I want more time with them. But this is definitely a sci-fi comedy. It's basically Star Wars meets Marvel, which is never two bad things to combine. It's really good. The end credit scenes are the first one is really enjoyable, but really doesn't add anything. And then the second one is kind of the same, but the second one, you might only watch once, because I know I'm probably going to go back and see this movie a couple more times because I enjoyed it so much. I'm going to give it an A. It probably is more than I should give it. I just loved it so much. I could almost push for an A+, but it was a really good movie, and I can't wait to spend more time in this universe. And it definitely is a good holdover until Star Wars comes out next year. Next December, guys. Next December is when Star Wars comes out. I'm excited. You should be excited. Star Wars. Yeah! Star Wars! Okay, sorry. Just take back. So let me know what you thought of the movie down below. Like I said earlier, sorry I didn't put out a video last week. I actually recorded videos to put out, but it's visiting family and stuff, and it was just like, I don't feel like taking time out of that to put some videos up, so I'm sorry for that. But everyone needs a bit of off time, so those videos will start to roll out sometime this week. Hopefully I get this up on Monday when I'm recording. And also I saw Hercules. I may or may not make a review of that, because I actually enjoyed it more than most people, but it's been like a week. I don't know if I should still review it. Let me know what you think about that down below as well. And then please like, share, and subscribe, as I always ask you to do. It'd be great if you do it some more. Get other people to subscribe. just be a good viewer. You got it. You good viewer already. You'll be better. That's basically all I got for you guys. Thank you for watching. And go watch this movie. It blew people away with how much money it made. Blew people away with making more money next week. That's not going to happen, but we can hope. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.